Good evening, everybody. Aha. So, back to painting streams. We do painting today. I've got some MCP. I've got possibly a Shatterpoint figure. I've also got some Tyranids that I might finish off. I'll just see how bits go as we do them. Oh, and I've just seen a new paint palette. False sense of security. It was an old one. Now I need to treat myself to a new one. New paint palette. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ulfric. Oh, it's coming up. Hello there, Craig. And right, so and hello, Clive, over in a different, I'm presuming, Facebook or something like that. I'm hoping it's streaming to all of them. So where is the painting? I haven't even set the camera up. I'm just hoping it's going to work. Look at that. That's a bit bright, that one. Oh, yeah, Chewy, unfortunately. Since Chewy's here, I might as well start with the 40k stuff that I've got on the bench at the moment. So, this is Fred. He was my test guy. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. Why is that so bright? That's that one. That's that one. Right, for some reason, the remote control for that one isn't working. That's better. So, yes, I'll mute that as well before people start pinging all over the place. This is my Tyranids that I'm painting at the moment. Let's have a look, see if close up will work. Yeah. So I saw a very similar scheme on Facebook with red, so I thought I would change it up a bit and go with very similar but orange instead. I've done a quicker version or a quicker way than the one that I saw on the internet. Mine is very much sprayed black, 3 levels of dry brush to get the grey edging and that sort of stuff. Then some very nice orange with speed paint black over the orange, thinned down. Hello, Matthew. So yeah, thinned it down a bit, give it a good soaking, let it dry, and a quick dry brush to get the Tyranids to. It looks all right. I think he pops a bit, and I like the orange to break it up. I like the fact that it's only 3 colours. So you've got the black base, the greys, and the orange. I tried the base 2 weeks ago on the stream, redid it a couple of days ago. I do like the black and grey. It matches the whole theme of the Tyranids. So since then, I have done this little fella. So he's done in the same scheme, except I did the carapace. I redid the carapace in black, so it is like a solid black carapace with a very, very small tint. So I dry brushed it all over and then used the Grim Black over it again, just to give it a bit of a clearing. And again, same basing. That base is actually just my usual mud, again with Grim Black over it. So that is Mr. Tyranid number 2. I'm just having a quick look at, where is it? My complete makeup of list. My 3rd Gribbly. Um, I've lost him. Where he is. So Screamer Killer isn't part of my first list to start with, but yes, Danny, this is actually for an event that I'm booked into. So, I suppose you could buy some 40k models and get beaten off me again. Just a suggestion, that's all. But more importantly, I actually enjoyed painting them. So that's, as I said, Screamer Killer isn't actually in my list. The first one that I finished for my list was the Psychophage. He is, yeah. They've got a. It does start to look like non-metallic metal if I was that good in certain places, Chewy. But that is my Psychophage. I'm class without the brush hairs. I'm classing him as done. I may come back to him at some later point and pick up some of the bits and improve. I almost feel like doing like I have on my Hive Tyrant these bits in orange to just change it up a bit. Hiya, Will. Long time no speak. But the other side of this, these are quick builds, quick paints. It was spray black, 3 dry brushes of not coal. I definitely didn't dry brush in coal black. There was that grey, another grey, and then the final one I just added bold titanium white to it to get it to finish. And that is Gribbly number 1 for my list. Gribbly number 2 is Hello Mouth. This is Gribbly number 2. It is my Winged Hive Tyrant. Again, this is what I was on about with the other one, filling these bits in with the orange. Not too bad. So see the orange there. All of the other ones have that on as well. I'm considering going back through. The orange I'm using is a very, very strong orange, as you can possibly see in that. And the paint consistency coats black really well. So I have been using it straight up black. Straight up onto black. Yes, Danny, it is in orange. I'll speak to you some other time about what orange it is. But yeah, the orange is really nice. Seem to be covered in it today. I shook it up and I got it out the bottle and managed to coat myself in it. But again, it's a really quick paint job. Sprayed black, dry brushed up in 3 greys. Final one was like a close to the bold titanium white. I did airbrush and dry brush some of the wing bits for the oranges again. That actual orange in the dry brush it started life as, it's a blast from the past. Solar Orange foundation paint. This is my entire stock of orange foundation paint. That is my last 3 pots, which this one was a brand new one that we have just cracked. So the other 2 have got quite, yeah. So again, very basic, very quick. Again, dry brushes. I can go back in later, pick some of the bits out. Maybe have a look at some of the joints, drop a bit of orange into the joints like I did on the top. But yeah, I've got quite a stock of them because I love them. But obviously the ones that I use all the time just vanish. I go through them really quick, especially because I keep mixing them with other paints as well. One of the paints that I was using to get some of it today that's 50%. 50% this and 50% foundation, which I will hopefully be using in this. So this is my Tyrannofex. Ooh, he's a bit big for the screen. Let's have. There we go. So Tyrannofex. He's 90% done. He needs a bit of dry brush into the. It's still a bit damp. The base is still damp because I've just done it. And again, quick dry brush, quick finish off. Couple of spots. Again, as I'm saying, I'm thinking these bits. It's like the tissue is tearing the sinew, but they look good on the orange when I did them. So yeah, that one's 90% done, and his brother still needs all of his orange doing and the basing doing, which might be a tonight job while we just sat around. I should technically do it while I've still got some left in the pot. Yeah, it's got a. Yeah, this is my foundation collection. I think that's the last of it. Oh no. So I've got the grey, both the two greys, Fenris grey, Battle grey, Calthan brown, Calthan brown, Dark-eyed, Orchide shade. That's the yellow, the blue, I think these are all the browns, and Denab Stone is what I'm going to keep a Denab out. That's my favourite. Mercurite red. I will have one of them. I forgot about the top tray. Purple. Necron Abyss. There you go. That's a brand new sealed pot. I've looked for that on eBay, and yeah. Khemri Brown. Dark Sun. Khemri Brown. Hormagaunt Purple. Which seems apt at the moment. Mordheim Blues. Another Mercurite red. I've got two brand new Mercurite reds. Forgot about this top pot. Astromonicum Greys. Then all of the original washes. Reiklands, Azim Blue. That was gorgeous over metal. I keep going back to these drawers and reminiscing and going, ooh, I'm forgetting that I've got them all. And then, yeah, just loads in here. Even the old gunmetal. Granite. Sound. Yeah, can people hear me? Testing. Have you muted me, Ulfric? I can see my bar going up and down, so I'm certain it's working. Yeah. Yep. Ulfric's muted me. Alright, I'm going to swap glasses. Loud and clear. Yeah, Ulfric will have just muted me. He doesn't love me anymore. Oh, and thank you for the donation, Ulfric. I've got to now find something to. I might get a big Tyrannid and paint it on the stream. I'm liking painting the big stuff. Probably because my eyesight's. Yeah. So I'm going to use the orange, but I'm also going to thin it down. It's a bit. Probably because it's sat here this afternoon. So our event, I don't know if you're coming to it, Chewy, 40k event is in 2 weeks' time. another day of fun, frivolity. More casual than anything else, as you're quite well aware. Yeah, it's got a bit much. A bit too thin, that one. Cool. It'll all depend on numbers, but there's a good chance that I'm going to get into play. I need another game at some point, hopefully this week, to actually learn how to play properly. If not, it's going to be 3 games of teaching me how to play for people. So again, fairly... yeah, that... I've had one basic game with my demons. An amazing demo from an amazing guy. But it has been a few weeks. And I do need to get my toes back into it, sort of thing. This will be two coats as well. Never going to coat because I thinned it way too much. This stuff normally either or normally coats pretty much straight over black, unless the person painting it puts way too much thinner into it. Hi, Zozie. How are you doing? Oops. Obviously trying not to hit any of the black. Binge watching MasterChef. It'll depend on what time. But if I'm not available, I'm sure Zoe knows someone who might fancy a game to get used to the game. Get used to it. Instead of binge watching MasterChef. Chewy's looking for a game of 40k on Friday. Do you know anyone that might want to play? Really? Sorry. Oh dear. Hmm. Right. I'm trying to remember the bits that I did. I know his tongue's done. There's always Dead Stee as well, who will be around Chewy. Size is that brush? Size 6 brush, and I'm doing detail work with it. With the paint being so thin, it's acting like a glaze anyway. So when I come back over this, it'll give it a bit of a glow. Who would do a black and orange colour scheme? Smart. You've seen the Tyranid ages ago that I did for this scheme, so... it's a good colour match. It's a good colour combination, not match, I think. The best way. At least it's not Tesseract green like I used to do. Right, I'm not going to be able to get into the gun this time. So the gun... So all except for the bone across the top. I could have done red, because the colour scheme that I saw was very nice in the red. There's been loads done in red. So it's just look the same. The first coat. Cool. Catch you later, mate. Big paint, big brushes. I've just stuck my finger in orange somewhere. But... A big problem earlier was actually getting the brush into all of the spaces up here. Should have definitely been one of those where I painted it in 2 bits first. But you live and learn. I don't have to get it all perfectly in there because it's all in the shade anyway. Oh. The paint could have done with being just a tad thicker. So back legs are done. Face, I think that's all I did. I didn't want to go overboard on them. The gun on the front. Aha, missed a bit on the gun. Right, let's have paint everywhere again. Have some of that orange. Right, legs. Again, because of the wash that's going onto it in a bit, you don't have to be that precise with it. Well, it's not a wash, but the black speed paint. That's why in the dark areas it's not going to matter as much because there's going to be more dark in there. So it won't take a lot of covering. That's why it wasn't working. Paint. That's it. With it being Tyranids as well, you can be quite rough and ready because they're not going to be uniform like Space Marines. They're going to have dark patches, light patches in the skin and stuff like that. So adds a little bit of character. So, and this is a Bombwick by Monument Hobbies. Got them last year. Been using this one mainly as a wash brush, but really good. Before I stuck some super glue on the end of it, it was really good as a contrast speed paint brush. I still use it as such now. It's just less, a little bit less controlled. think it was the tongue next. Like that. And last but not least, the final coat of the gun. Obviously, again, not having to go precise on it because the black speed paint will take a lot of the roughness away and smooth it all a bit together, or a bit more together. It's very much like a wash butter, which works a bit thicker. That makes sense. Excuse me. And then the gun tips. There we go. So, let's dry that off and go to my Mr. Broken Toad, and I hope there is some paint left in. Right, but that's a bit thin. I'll just get some other orange. Orange. This is a more vibrant orange, but I don't want it as far up, if that makes sense. So this is all pretty much dry, or drying. But what I can do is quickly go over it one final time, but not everywhere, just hitting all of the high bits. And then it will slightly change how the black affects the colours, which is good. I don't know if you can see the difference front to back on that, but it actually picks up a lot of the orange nicely, or the duller orange, as it were. Again, it's just getting a reasonable coating over it. Don't need it super precise. This would also work well with the airbrush. Yeah. Go. And this is the finer bits. I'll just grab it. This is one of my longest serving brushes. It is a Broken Toad Series 1, before they were called series. So what I've done on all of the other ones is I've not covered the markings around the eyes and face in the black after it, so they are still a quite vibrant colour. I think if I look at them both side by side, that's how they both are. Yeah. So, oh, guns. I missed the gun. Again, we're going to go over it in black, so any little mistakes should cover up. And if it's not, a quick touch up with actual black rather than the speed paint black should fix any problems. I'm starting to see likes from Facebook. Sorry I missed them. Hiya Colin, hiya Adam, hiya Lee. And that is basically him ready. Right, where's my dry brushes? So I'm gonna give him a bit of a dry brush, just where the light is going to pick up on them. That's a quick, a quick dry brush over the areas. And then my two favourites for dry brushing at the moment. If I can get it to thicken up, there we go. Is the Chimera paints because of their pigment. That is, I don't know which orange, just Chimera orange. And then I've also got the Chimera yellow, which I add to the orange. To thicken it out a bit, if that makes sense. So again with the quick dry brushing of the oranges. And the same over the gun. This level of the light, I've done the basic ones over in there, but I won't go much more than that over the guns and stuff where it's in the light. See if we can keep like the stuff in the shade dark behind that. I didn't paint that one. And it's a good job I'm doing the black in a second. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of yellow to the mix. Which pops the yellow a bit. The orange a bit. There we go. There you go. And that's the basics of it. What I'm going to do though, clean the dry brush off. And get the big Bonwick out again. So what I'm going to do is use Grim Black and thin it down in that one, and then I'll get the bit that I missed. So that's just airbrush medium that I use from Army Painter. That a bit of a clean under that. There you go. And let's do the same on this fella. I think we're pretty dry on most of it, so it is just going to be, this works very much like a wash. It just stains the bits that I want it to stain as well. It was a mini moth. I don't know if she's still there. I don't know if Master Chef has got the better of her. I was thinking of that. I'll have a word with Jo when she comes in. Full-blown painting studio. Thank you, Ulfric. So I'm pretty certain you haven't been to the house, Van. I'm in my own room now anyway. This is what used to be the kitchen. And the house had, long before we got it, the house had an extension put on. The extension is now the kitchen, which is a lot bigger than this was. And this is, I used to fix and repair remote control cars in here. I painted in here. It's just become my hobby room that Jo can just close the door on at any time and hide it. And me. Well, I was more thinking of a game room. She's definitely not there, mate. We've just got rid of one child. Right. I have enough trouble as it is losing paint and brushes and anything to do with the hobby. Hi Nick, cheers for the like. Yeah, I have enough trouble with the goblin stealing my stuff, let alone you jumping in on the. Sheesh. Sheesh. What I should do? Oh, yes, I'll do the basing now. So this is my favourite peanut butter. Don't lick it, whatever you do. As soon as your nose goes near it, anyway. So I have a old steel rule, and big areas like that, I just paste it on, get it roughly in all the bits that I need it to be. Big open areas are really quick with this. And then at the back, I think that's enough. And then splodge it. So if you splodge it, hey Tomo, once it's been on, if you splodge it like that, once you're done with the moving around and stuff, you get extra peaks and troughs. So again, with a big area, leaving some bits and pieces left around. And quick wipe off. And go to the good old GW spatula for the bits where I need to be a bit closer. With the colours I've chose, it's not too much of a problem hitting it. The black blends it all in, and then the dry brush makes it not as much of an issue. The issue is hitting higher up on the thing, like a leg or a body part when you're moving stuff around. How was Tamar? And let's have some of that taken off. Way too much. The only problem with this is if you do put it on too thick like I just did there, you end up waiting for hours for it to dry. So I'll just splodge it around. That's it. Peaks and troughs. That's where you get your dry brush texture from, which is always good. And try not to hit the higher up bits like I just said, and then went and did anywhere. Good. Half a day off, which is always good. Painting lots of gribbly bugs. Just in time for an event in 2 weeks' time. I might actually be finished early. I was behind for the event anyway, so and I missed the first one. Not technically. I definitely missed the first one. So the whole plan for the basing of these little fellas, is again I'm going to use loads of this Grim Black. I'm just going to squeegee a load of it onto the actual base for now. I know there's still some in there, but just spread it all out. And I'm not wanting it to work like a speed paint. I just want it black, and then if any of the peaks and troughs do show up, it'll get caught by the grey later on anyway when I do the dry brush. But as a paint for quickly covering basing material, that's good. Stuck to my chair? Why would I be stuck to my chair? I have more than one chair that I can stick to. You missed me using Tesseract Green, and then regretting it. There you go. So, the final whiz around the base to try and keep it all even. I will touch it all back up with coal black anyway, but it just keeps it all the same for now. Oh, I didn't use it wrong. It just didn't look right. I did the stacks in Tesseract, and then as soon as it dried, I regretted it, and then went back over it this morning in orange. I need to find the equivalent in orange. But I'm not sure whether an orange variant would trigger Briggs enough. Just look. He's still here waiting for you. I'll get him finished. Promise. Right. He can go over that, and his base can dry. He can go over there, his base, and that can dry. And I'll get a cloth and clean that table. Or not clean the table. No, still got to do basing on it. Oh, did it take me though? Look, no basing. I'm not a complete heathen. I do have my nice little atlas to finish. I love my atlas. Lazy. Yep. I've done now this week. I've built a 1,000-point Tyranid army and nearly fully painted it. And a couple of these fellas. Speed paint silver, Ian. That's interesting. Right. Metallic speed paints. Wasn't a... Yeah. I wasn't a fan, but... Let's have a quick drink. Right. A clear purple. I'm thinking of going with the transparent purple by Procryl. It was unopened. Yeah, I'll do a close up so you can have a quick look. I was the same. I was a bit. How does this work? And I think it's like it's got just the wash mixed in. Close up. But it has sort of done what a silver and a wash would do. Again, it's a lazy paint. It's a quick paint. It's speed paint, but it worked. It's weird to say. It did what it said on the tin. I'm gonna try the boots first because I don't know how strong this paint will be going over it. Really struggling for brushes. What's that? Size 1. Yeah, that's way too purple. So he's a weird purple colour. It's like a metallic purple. But my biggest worry is this purple just starts doing that. Not sure whether purple wash would have. Which event? 40k? Shatterpoint? $40k Shatterpoint, yup. Or is that both of them? Yeah, problem. Yeah, I've noticed it coming up and saying it's going to do it. Um, I'm almost of the opinion it's because I started doing Baldur's Gate. I think this purple's a bit brighter than it should have been. Excuse me. Oh wait, the usual one's blame Russell. Russell. Not painting that bit because that's just a mask. It's clear behind there with his already painted head, which this dries in time, I'll be able to show you. It is transparent purple by Procryl. But I've watered it down quite a bit as well. Probably 50%. So over the silver, you get all of the metallics showing through. We used it on, without thinning it, we used it on the big fellas, Sentinels, when I did the Sentinels. So, there is that. Ignore that bit. Put my name on it. Again, just quick and easy. I don't. Yeah. I need to go back over the boots with some yellow, some belts of yellow. Is nose piece yellow. Face will come clear. I don't know whether I might just leave that and not do the dry brushing on it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that was it. You could have probably mixed a metallic purple and done exactly the same, but that gives it a bit of missed depth on the top for some reason. Let's see if that falls off again. his buddy, chum, friend, not Tesseract Glow. Let's see if I can. There you go. He does have. I was going to dry brush it, but I have a feeling that dry brushing might just skew it a little bit. So let's just. So I'm going to take bright yellow green. Don't know if I've opened this one before. Probably not. And rather than pour some out today, I'm just going to use that on there. Right. Did I put that good brush? That's the number one. Where's the zero? My brand new zero. Ah, yeah. That bit. So, I'm going to take some paint off there. And again, using my flow improver instead of just plain water. Thin this down to glaze-like consistency. I don't know if this will flare the camera and stick my finger in that. It's priceless. So, yeah, very thin. Let's just pick out some muscle tone. Thing is, with the speed paints, it actually sort of shows you where you should be highlighting. As I said, this is going on as thin as a glaze anyway, so I just didn't want to have to do all of the cleanup with the dry brushing. Again, just picking up the high areas. And has he got goggles or something on? There isn't a 360-degree version of him. But he's definitely going to get lazy eye. And that was the silver. Definitely don't want the silver. So I'm just going to try and get a small amount of wash in each one of the eye. There you go. He's got what looks like either a monocle or a kind of mechanical eye. So now for the grey dry brush on the base. Just one of my cheapo dry brushes. And a quick base, small smidge of white. anyone hasn't seen, I'm using the I've seen people do it with the flames reflecting in it, but I don't know whether it was a monocle or a robotic eye. There you go. But what I do have is I've got a little bit of that metallic left on the palette. See if I can get into him. Nope. God. If you can see that, but he does have a monocle. But he also has a big chunk of green on his chin, which I didn't notice till I used the monocle. I painted the monocle. So let's have a bit of my new all-time favourite flesh. And that works. But do those glasses work any closer? I think faces have to be. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just I hate faces, so I'm trying to concentrate on Okay. Oh, good. Right. My eyes have definitely gone blurry. He is monocled, good to go. I saw it on the camera there. It's just a little bit there. And there we go. Glasses time. Didn't realise the time, actually. Yes, but just at you. I've always been pants at doing faces. Where did coal black? A little bit of coal black and the big brush again. And let's go to, there you go. You get to fully see me now without my tongue sticking out because I was definitely not licking my brush either. So I'm just doing a black rim around it. Coal black is fantastic. I used to use Vallejo's, whichever black it was. Is it the 901? And then, yeah, this came along. The white's brilliant and the black's brilliant. What, that it's good? Look at that. One coat black. There he is. You can do. I've got a wash to do over that yet. I won't bother. In fact, I will because I'll just use the paint up and get. And I can touch it up once we're done. No, I didn't. Right. That is actually quite dry, except for the black rim, of course. Look, I told you I'd have to touch it up, especially where I put my finger. I'm going to try some. Oh. A new pot of Stormhost. Interesting. That is. Yeah. There's the old pot of Stormhost. I'm looking for the. Sure had. There it is. Ironhand Steel. That's the one. It's very much like Leadbelcher, just a little bit lighter. But it's got the same consistency for dry brushing. If I can find one of my small dry brushes. Not that small. That one? That one. Piss off. Whose idea was it? Anyway, my idea worked without making too much of a fart of it. Is to dull off the silver using the dry brush. It's the same idea as if you're wanting to do building up paint and then doing a wash over it, you always take it one stage further. And then wash it, and it takes it back one stage. If that makes sense. I think it was Next Level Painting. Oh, don't say I just. He'll always drum that into you. Kenny Boucher he would always paint his models to, or he would always base coat his models to one level, and then wash them back to another level of where he actually wanted it. If you're wanting quite a bright colour and still want to wash it, it pays off to make it brighter than you actually want it. And then so I'm not going to be doing any more dry brushing, any more painting like that. So with any luck, if I can find my good knife, take the mask off, and that is the face inside. Already painted. So let's get the yellow. Oh, what yellow to use? best yellow for coverage on the market. Don't even think I've got any left. Not Muriel, not Flash Gates. Oh, never. The world is without Avalanche Sunset. Oh, found another pot of hey, fresh pot. But I hazard the guess that my Avalon Sunset has gone into the sunset with the daughter. So I am going to use this one from the very old foundation range. Get the foundation down and then go over with the yellow from Chimera. If that works. Straight away, that is not working as well as we'd like. Let's try. So this is Chimera Yellow instead. Let's see how well the coverage works with that. I think it's working, just not, it's still very transparent. So that's that Chimera. Am I going to have to leave this till I've got some yellow? Something a bit different. Mix the Chimera with the yellow. Sorry, with the foundation. We've done this before. We did a commission a couple of years back. We were struggling for the white. The white was taking forever to do. And we just went with some white pigment from the tint set. Added a full pot of it to a pot of Deneb stone. It came out quite nice. Very strong white. Coated anything. Just the cost was phenomenal because obviously you needed to find Deneb stone and the tint set, which was out of print as well at the same time. I should be over here so you can see it. Not working brilliant. It's not the best. I take it my sound's still working, or had it died? Oh. Died. It's all died. How's it? Something's not right. Testing. Testing. Tough question. Does my voice go off when I go close up? Okay. Yeah, change your settings. You will have it on what they recommend. And they recommend it being low quality. We've had that a few times, Craig. Testing, testing. Where is... Ah, there it is. Found it. Never mind. It's hiding way at the bottom. Right. Looks sort of okay. I need to touch it up a bit because definitely couldn't stay within the lines. And yeah, yellow and orange are both tricky, obviously, because orange has a lot of yellow pigment in it. So, going with just the Chimera. The final orange, hopefully. Final yellow. Down slightly. I don't think it's needed that much. I think it's basically the same colour. Which is roughly what I wanted it. Slightly lower than the... slightly duller than the other one. Where's that silver? There it is. What was I doing? Purple. So that's got a bit of metal missing. Cool. And then the last bit is the yellow that I need quite thin and runny. To go into the loincloth. What I've done is thinned the Chimera paint with the flow improver and just pushed it into the gaps, and it will might have to go back over the silver. I pulled some of the purple off as well, so yeah, I'll redo the silver and the purple. So from doing that, splodge away. Yeah, that's why is that got a big dent in it? Right, I'm going to wash the bottom in Nullin, wherever I put my new bottle of Nullin. And then I think that might be it for the day. Head is head sifted. Grab. Wow, that's reactivated the grey. Well, I best leave that for now because that's definitely not drying like that. I'll see how it dries. Give it a couple of hours. I thought I did that ages ago. It is literally 9 o'clock. Wow, the day has gone while having fun. Right, I'm going to call it there. Thank you everyone for coming along as usual. Thank you for the subs and the donations tonight. It's been spot on. Well past our July goal, even though we're in August. So I shall catch everyone later. Take care. Catch us all soon.